Thank you and welcome to the show this morning. The topic this morning is issues of recidivism. And we have with us to talk about the whole issue of what might be referred to as the revolving door syndrome in the penal system is Pastor KWalker. And of course, Pastor Walker is the founder of the Hands of God Ministries in Nashville, Tennessee. And of course, Pastor Walker, let me welcome you again to the show this morning.
Thank you, Dr. Haney. I'm glad to be here.
Well, I guess we can really say that you truly need no introduction on this particular show, because I know that our audience know of you, and they've had many opportunities to watch you on this particular show, and we've had many, many positive comments in reference to some of the things that we've talked about on this show, dealing with this whole issue of the criminal justice system.
Yes.
And as I often say, Reverend Walker, you know, if that were not so, then we wouldn't have you back.
All right.
But we really do appreciate you and the kind of information that you bring to us. Let's have you, Reverend Walker, to sort of give our audience some information relative to your background and et cetera, and then we'll get into our discussion of some of the issues of recidivism in the penal system in Tennessee.
All right. As you said, I'm Pastor KWalker. I was born right here in Nashville, Tennessee. Went to school here in the school system of Tennessee. At an early age in my life, got involved with some drugs and stuff like that. But even in the midst of that, I still had this desire to do some things. So I got involved, went to Tennessee State, you know, was a drug abuser, misuse, and all of that stuff. And it kind of, you know, escalated and kind of short-circuited my college career in terms of trying to get a degree. And ended up incarcerated in the state prison system. Spent 4 years at one time, then got reincarcerated and went back and did some more time for about a total of 5 years of my life incarcerated. And, you know, that gives me, you know, and which actually brings me to where I am today in my life, the passion that I have today in my life, because, you know, I looked at my life and the fact that, you know, I was in prison and I got out of prison, but I still had a mindset that says, you know, I hadn't changed, and ended up back reincarcerated after just being on the street 7 months. I was locked back up again, and of course got locked up a couple of times since that, you know. So, you know, and having been delivered from all of that by God in 1986, you know, I started to look at, you know, why is it failing? What happened? What went wrong? And one thing I found out, Dr. Haney, is that there was no structure there for me when I got out. I didn't have anything structured. Yeah, I had a family relationship and all that. I even had a wife and all that stuff. But there was still no structure, no structure for me to operate in. There was nobody there to kind of mentor me and guide me through some process, and help me, you know, make some adjustments in my thinking and stuff like that. So as a result, I came out and I continued in a life of crime. And, you know, and now, you know, we're dealing with situations now with people. And that's why we founded the ministry that we have going today called the Hands of God Recovery Ministries. And I'm also the pastor of the Hands of God Christian Church. The recovery ministry, of course, Dr. Haney, is designed as a Christian-based program designed to help people that are, you know, homeless, people coming out of the prison system, and the like, to get, you know, get their lives together, get back up on their feet, and be positive and productive and constructive citizens in society. And that's what we're all about, and that's what we're doing now.
And so you can personally testify to this issue of recidivism, because you were there and got out and you ended back up again, and now you have a clear understanding in reference to the issue, the problem.
Oh, absolutely. In and out of jail, you know, prison, you know, back and forth and that, and then, you know, experiencing a 17-year drug addiction, and having worked at a drug and alcohol treatment center, you know, after cleaning my life up, you know, for 12 years I did that, you know. So, you know, very much qualified to talk about what I talk about, because not because I went to school and got the education, but because I experienced a lot of those things in life, you know, that enables me or equips me to be able to talk in terms of the things that I talk about.
And of course, this is a real issue today, Reverend Walker, would you say?
It's definitely a real issue, because you think about it, you know, we're all concerned about crime in our society. We're concerned about, a lot of times, about the people who commit crimes, go into the prison system, and supposedly have been rehabilitated, but yet find themselves reincarcerated again. And there's got to be some things that factor into that, other than what we're being shown as the public, you know, because it's always been that, you know, we're the people, the ex-offender, they're the main sole responsibility. But I deny that. There's something else that goes into that, and that's in regards to the supervision that's being offered by the Department of Probation and Paroles, which is also a great contributing factor to the recidivism rate.
And of course, what we'll do, Reverend Walker, after our first commercial break, which will be over the next 15 to 20 minutes, is to have you to talk about recidivism from that particular point of view, which is to say that we, and I'm sure that our audience would like to know more about the parole system, about releases and that kind of information that you might be able to associate with that, and in a real sense enlighten us. And of course, we'll be back with our audience following this very, very short commercial break. The guest is Pastor Walker.